friends, welcome once again to Sam's Everyday Cooking. Now today we are making fish, and this is a wonderful baked fish with nuts on it. And with this we are going to have some mango and pineapple salsa and sweet potatoes also baked on the side. Now what I've done is I'm going to break this recipe up into three. So first I'm going to show you how to do the fish, how to prepare the fish, then the sweet potatoes, and then the salsa. So let's begin with the fish first. This is Nile perch, and this is about 400 grams. It's a very slim fish, so it won't take very long to break. With this we have peanuts, 1 tablespoon, a little over a tablespoon of cashew nuts, a tablespoon of sliced pistachios, a pinch of crushed red chili. I've melted some butter away. It's about 1 tablespoon of butter. Olive oil, just to drizzle over it, and some rock salt. So let's begin. Now I have this contraption over here, which is a hand chopper, and I'm going to put all the nuts in there. And the chili. So I'm going to chop up this. So I'm just going to show you how it should be. I don't want it to be like a powder. It just has to be roughly chopped like this. Now let's finish the fish. So what we're going to do is we are going to first of all cover it with butter, and just let me tell you at this stage that I've already preheated the oven at 180 degrees past 10 minutes so that it's ready for us to put the fish in. So you put the butter over here, you turn it over, and you put some butter over here as well. This is just to make sure that the fish is nice and moist whilst it's baking. It should not dry out. Now we add in our crushed nuts over it. It should be very well covered. The whole fish has to be covered with nuts. And generously sprinkle salt. Okay, and a tiny drizzle of olive oil. Now we cover our fish. We shall cover our fish with just some paper, just lightly cover it so that it doesn't burn whilst it's baking. The nuts usually burn whilst it's baking, so we cover it with butter paper very lightly. So this is the second part of the recipe. Now with the fish we are also going to bake some sweet potatoes, and for this I have parboiled sweet potatoes, 2 of them. We have olive oil, mixed herbs, some paprika, garlic powder, a little bit of crushed red chili, some sea salt. Now what we are going to do is we are going to dice these potatoes, mix all this together, and put it to bake along with our fish. So both the things get baked at the same time. You can see our potato is not fully cooked. It's parboiled, so it will still have a little bit of a bite to it, and we can remove all these little knots over here and start cutting them up. Just roughly small pieces, bite-sized pieces, about there. So to our potatoes we are going to add all the other ingredients. So a tiny bit of mixed herbs, about 1 teaspoon of mixed herbs, but There is no particular recipe for this as such. Just add whatever you like. Salt, some paprika, and if you like it spicy, by all means be generous with your spices as well. Half a teaspoon or so of garlic powder. A tablespoon of olive oil, and we're going to mix it all up. Square baking dish over here, I have placed some butter paper below, just because it sticks otherwise to the pan, and this is so much easier to clean up. And we put in our sweet potato, spread it out nicely so everything gets cooked well, and also that a crust will be formed. So this is like a big piece. Let me just make it into half. It's a very rustic dish. You don't have to be perfect about this dish, and use whatever spices you like as well. Okay, and we're going to put this to bake along with our fish. You can see I have put it in the center of the oven, the fish as well as the sweet potato, and I've put it at 200 degrees centigrade. It'll bake for 12 minutes. Okay, now the third part of the dish, and this is the mango pineapple salsa. It's a delicious salsa, and I'm keeping this separate because in case you want to just make it as a side for any other dish, it'll be fantastic as well. So for the salsa, we have 1 tomato, and for that I've removed all the seeds. We don't need the seeds. It makes the salsa very watery. We have pineapple. This is half a cup of canned pineapple with the juice. 1 cucumber, it's finely diced. Mango. Oh, this is 1 Alfonso mango. It was a small mango, but very sweet, and I'll be making a lot of dishes with Alfonso mango because the season has already started. And then I have half a cup of red bell pepper here. We have a pinch of oregano. This gives a really nice flavor to this salsa. Paprika, rock salt, some coriander with the stems always, red chili, fresh red chili, half a lemon, and some extra virgin olive oil. I'm going to finely chop up this red chili. It's not very spicy, but I'm going to remove all the seeds. We are very, very finely chopping up the red chilies. I don't want this to come in the mouth when you are eating the salsa. Very, very finely. And the coriander as well. We very finely chop up the coriander. So that's our red chilies and coriander, and I'm going to start adding it to our bowl. We're also going to dice up our tomatoes very, very fine. So I'm going to add in our chopped tomatoes as well. As you can see, it's looking beautiful. It's got lovely colors of red and yellow and green. It's lovely. And now we'll also sprinkle some oregano, paprika, just a tiny bit, some salt, a dollop of olive oil. This is not more than a tablespoon. Okay. Half a lemon. And you mix it up and taste it after this, because after everything you need to see if the flavors are all balanced of the sweetness from the mango and the tart from the pineapple and the lemon juice as well. If you like it more sour, then add lime, because lemon is a little bit sweeter than lime. I'm going to taste it. It's amazing. It's so refreshing, and it's an amazing salsa. So we're going to put this in the fridge and wait for the fish to be done. Okay friends, fish is ready. It looks beautiful. It's absolutely done beautifully. Sweet potatoes are ready and the salsa is ready. So let's get to compiling all this together on a platter. First going to put our sweet potatoes on one side. Okay friends, so we have our dish ready. We have the sweet potatoes. I've put salsa below. I've placed the fish on it, and the nuts are nice and crunchy now, and they look amazing, delicious. And I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lime over it to just finish off this dish. It's such an easy dish. It took me less than half an hour to prepare everything from start to go, including the baking. Please do try it and continue to watch Sam's Everyday Cooking. Let me know how this turned out for you. I would love your suggestions, your feedback. Please go on my YouTube channel as well and subscribe to it by pressing the little bell over there. And see you next time. Bye friends.